Unit 9 in preparation for the first assessment. A function, it's a mathematical machine for which each input x, for which an input x, for which an input x, for which and we'll put input in red. Input x is one of the keywords you see on any real definition. Input in parentheses x is generally the input letter that they use, so it can be any letter. Input x produces one and only one. Ooh, they love this one and only one thing in math. People, one and only one. Because if you say one, it could be two, because like one is one of the choices. Two is another one we just didn't mention. But when you put one and only one, and then you fix that one and only one, there's actually a one and only one. There's actually a math phrase, one and only one. One and only one output y, which you can fit here, output y. That is the definition of a function. It's a mathematical machine for which an input x produces one and only one output y. In other words, like I said before, if I'm a 2 and I spit out a 4, and you are a 3 and you spit out a 5, the next time we see these two numbers, we saw them on Monday. Shoot. We saw them on Monday. If we see them on Tuesday, if whatever this machine, this is the machine right here, if this machine on Tuesday gets a 2 in a different color and it spits out a 4, well, that's cool, it's still a function. Then spits out 3, spits out a 5, still a function. Anytime you put the input x, it produces the same y. You are a function. Let me show you one that's broken. I'm going to say on Wednesday, this machine is about to be broken. It's no longer a function. If I put it on Wednesday, because this side, they started taking drugs. Don't take drugs. It's bad for you. But let's say they start taking drugs. Not the hardcore stuff, just a little MJ. They're figuring like, no, it's not a big deal. I know people do it all the time. They're very smart at school. They obey their parents. And on the weekend, they don't stay up till 2 in the morning talking about nothing, eating Cheetos. All right, let's say they start taking drugs, they get a 2. I hear on TV, that's the best I got. 2 produces a 7. And the machine is broken at this point. 3 can still produce a 5 because she's not taking the drug. She's just hanging out with people doing it. Yeah. It won't write. You see what I'm saying? I even make you red. That's cool. Sure no, it just fixed on its own. We turned it off, turn it back on. It's going to break again today, but not function. In other words, the same input, if it produces 2 different outputs, that's a problem. That's what we're going to demonstrate with your picture. With your picture, if a vertical line hits the picture twice at the same number, in other words, we're going to find the number 2 on the x-axis. And we're going to draw a vertical line from the 2. If that 2 hits 4, it's cool. But if that 2 hits, that vertical line hits a 4 on the y, and it hits a 7, there's a problem. All right, let's see if we can see that. So we'll go to sheet number 2. A function, you're going to need to memorize it. This is a mathematical machine for which one input, we call it x, produces one and only one output. One input? Oh, Jesus, only one input. I'm thinking of food that you eat, like corn. Some of you may know, some of you may know if you eat corn when it comes out, it's still corn. Still yellow. I think it keeps the kernels I don't know how they say the same stuff. If you bite corn, we know this. I think inside they go back together again, like Wolverine, like Terminator 2, like Deadpool. You get shot and it closes like that. But if you eat corn and it comes out as guacamole, that's different. That's a problem. You are not a function. You're a function if every time. All right, whatever. You get the point. It's a mathematical machine for which the input always produces the same output. All right, hopefully that stays in your brain. Vertical line test says, hey, here's a picture. The blue line is a function. There he is. He's a function. He's a picture. That's what function means. He's a picture. Is this picture a function? The answer is yes. How can you tell? At any number, where's number 2? Here's number 2 right here. Number 2 here. At number 2, if I were to draw a line, a vertical line going through number 2, it only hits this one place. In other words, there's only one associated y for this x. The vertical line test says, well, you don't just go to 2. You're trying to find any place. You're trying to find one place where you can draw the line and it'll hit it twice. In this case, if I go here, no, it won't do it. Here, no, it won't do it. Doesn't matter how many times I do it, it won't hit twice. Therefore, this guy is a function. Okay, let me see. You can draw a vertical line anywhere on the graph so that it hits the graph in more than one spot. The graph is not a function. Let's go to page number 2 of this thing. So we can see a case where it is a function. Then, of course, we'll look at your page. You'll just see the pattern on yours. Which ones are functions, which ones are not. Come on. No? Page number 2 of this thing. I assume they do a function on page number 2. This picture is one of the ones that we drew today earlier. I've seen if we can draw one more of these before I put that test in your hand. And the amount of time at the very end for people who may need it is going to run out, I can tell. So if you're behind, you'll have to use time other than the period, even though Thursday for sure we're going to do it. Here's a picture. This this function here is probably something like this. The one on the other page was y equals x squared. That's what the regular parabola. This one here, the fact that it's going that way means the x and the y have changed places. That's this picture here. Is this picture a function? The answer is no. How can you tell? Let's say at number 2. At number 2, we draw that line there. It hits twice. That is on Monday. Number 2 is at 3. The y is a 3 at 2. But on Thursday, the same 2. It's also a negative, we'll call it negative 3. On Monday, the corn went in, corn came out as corn. On Thursday, corn went in, came out as guacamole. Okay, it has come out the same thing every single time, not a function. So from a visual standpoint, you try to explain something because, you can tell a third grader, like, who hits 2 times, just write the words not function. And a third grader, my son, he's in 3rd. He'd get it right on the test, whether he knew what it meant or not. Hits twice, no good. So then do this. On the back, well, yeah. Look at the front real fast. The front is the one where they actually have function, not function. Grab a highlighter. Please highlight all the not functions on there, just the words not function on your paper. Grab a highlighter and, oh, her table doesn't have? Yeah. Oh. Problem solved. So do that, flip the page, Tryson, and then you're going to mark that really fast. We did a lot of stuff right here. Wish you were here. We turned the paper around to landscape from portrait, landscape, and then we graphed. I just erased some of my stuff, but I can put it back. All right. I'm gonna pause.